Welcome, Brother King, Sister Queen, Brother Man God, Sister Woman Goddess. I address you in this way, for that is who you truly are. And I'm here to quicken the eternal remembrance of true selfhood. I am Astarius Miraculi, and it is an absolute honor to share this sacred moment and this sacred space with you. Today my subject is Mercury Retrograde and the Valentine's Day full moon. Mercury went retrograde on the 6th of February 2014. It's going to stay in retrograde until the 28th of February. It went retrograde in the sign of Pisces, while being also in a very close conjunction with the planet Neptune. This being very significant in that Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So for Mercury to go retrograde in Pisces while being in conjunction with the planet that rules Pisces, Neptune, makes it a very powerful experience. Now some people have a very bad attitude toward Mercury retrograde, and a lot of negative things can be said about it. I don't see it as a negative cycle. It is a cycle wherein logistics do not always work as well as they normally would. You know, appointments can get misconstrued and communications can get off center. Mercury is the planet of communication. And so when the sign, or that is when the planet Mercury is retrograde, there is the importance of being very patient at the communicational level. Also, Mercury is the natural ruler of the sign Virgo, which is opposite Pisces, you know, the sign wherein it has actually went retrograde. And so it is one of those cycles wherein communication can be really confusing. It is a cycle, however, wherein we are meant to turn very much inward. Mercury retrograde is about a time of soul searching, a time of looking at the things that are incomplete, the unfinished business. You know, Mercury retrograde cycles are excellent cycles for addressing unfinished business. Now those who happen to have been born in a cycle of Mercury retrograde can often find that the Mercury retrograde cycle is extremely empowering for them. So pay close attention if you happen to have been born in a cycle wherein the planet Mercury was retrograde. Now, Neptune is a planet that represents things of the invisible, things that are not tangible. In the most exalted divine manner, it represents the omnipresence. And the omnipresence is one of the highest qualities of God, Goddess, Almighty. You know, that which encompasses everything. You know, the omnipresence. And then that ties into the omniscience, the all-knowingness. And then the omnipotence, the all-powerfulness. So there is something very divine about having Neptune so powerfully activated. It depends upon what kind of energy you bring to this experience. Now, many of my recent videos have been speaking a lot about, or I have been speaking a lot about, femifestation. You know, femifestation, which is the womb of creation and the primordial cause of manifestation. That femifestation is of eternity. You know, a never-ending, formless stream of life. That's femifestation, which is also very resonant with Neptune. So it is a time wherein you can more deeply understand femifestation. It is a time wherein you can learn to appreciate the greater measure of creation. For the greater measure of creation is always achieved in the intangible realms, just as the greater reality of our beingness is that which existed before these bodies. Our body is the container for a very small measure of the full magnitude of our being. And this is one of the beautiful things about this Mercury retrograde in Pisces activating the planet Neptune, is that it gives us the opportunity to really align very powerfully with the non-physical aspect of who we are, the divinity of our being, that which precedes the manifestation of our being. Manifestation is of time and is of things of the material nature. And the things of time and materiality have a lifespan. That's manifestation. A lifespan, a duration, an expiration date. Femifestation and those things of the intangible realm are the eternal life expan of things infinite, that which has no beginning and has no ending. This is what is accessible to us in this Mercury retrograde cycle, even though things of the outer level and things relative to logistics and planning and timing and structure, those things may fall out of sync here and there, but it's only for a short period of time. It is an opportunity to be in the resonance of patience. Sometimes in this particular cycle we'll have the opportunity to look at shadows, and the shadows of life representing the difficulties of life, the pain of life, is like the fertilizer of life. What is the fertilizer of life? It's waste. And yet we are able to take fertilizer, which is waste, and put it on the soil and yield even richer crops, not in spite of the waste, but because of the waste. So let it be that because of the waste, or because of the challenges that you may encounter during this cycle, that you emerge a more glorified being, and that the soil of your life will yield richer crops. And even if you get knocked down here or there, know that you hold the power to get up stronger than you were before you went down. The energy of Pisces is a representation also of Ascension frequency. Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. When you reach the 12th sign of the zodiac, there is the option to either begin the cycle all over again, or to jump off the wheel and move into the resonance of Ascension. And so Pisces is an Ascension access code. And therefore, in this cycle of Mercury retrograde, we can come to deeper and deeper and deeper understandings and intimate connections with the resonance of Ascension. A deeper resonance with the I am that I am, because it is again the omnipresence, as Moses was told by God, who spoke to him through the burning bush. When Moses wanted to know, well, what is your name, and what shall I tell the children of Israel, this is your name, and who shall I say has sent me? And he said, I am that I am. Tell them, I am hath sent you. And so we have this amazing opportunity to align with the I am that I am through this energy of Mercury retrograde. Another thing that's very powerful is that this Mercury retrograde is in positive connection with the nodal axis, the north node and the south node, which the north node is in Scorpio and the south node is in Taurus, which is earth and water. And the Mercury retrograde is harmonious. It makes a trine to the north node and a sextile to the south node. Trine and sextile is harmonious relationship interchange between planets. And so the nodal axis represents life purpose. The north node, life purpose as it relates to present, future. South node, life purpose as it relates to present, past. And so there is an opportunity in this cycle to come to understand greater intentionality around what your life purpose is. To have powerful insight, and then also the fact that we have come into a number 7 year. The year 2014 is a number 7 year, which is a number that also has a resonance with the planet Neptune. So you can come to a deeper understanding of what this year, this number 7 year, is all about. Also, this Mercury retrograde makes a trine to the asteroid Ceres, which is in the sign of Scorpio. And Ceres is the mothering, nurturing principle. And so it's an opportunity to look more deeply into the nurturing principle. However, it's about being nurtured at the inner levels, because Neptune is so much to do, and Pisces has so much to do with that which is intangible, that which is not seen. I think I'll share with you also my poem on femifestation, because it's so tied in to this resonance of Neptune and this Piscean frequency. We must develop a deeper resonance with the intangible aspect of life. So, femifestation, womb of creation, primordial cause of manifestation. Manifestation, the second coming of reality, is born of emotion in its totality. Thoughts and feelings create all forms, and blessings thrive before they are born. So, through great prior appreciation, flood your life with manifestations. Femifestation is eternal, a never-ending formless stream of life. If manifestation is your only thrill, you are in the grips of fear and strife. Forms will come and forms will go. This is a truth that we all know, and all things of time and space at some point will be erased. Faith is the substance of all desires, the evidence of that which is not seen. So celebrate the unseen goodness, and all the riches of form are then yours to redeem. When the miracles of your life are still sleeping in the void, skyrocket your gratitude, and they come leaping from the void. You are pregnant with every blessing that will ever come to be. an embryo within your soul, though human eyes have yet to see. So see with the eye of mind and heart into infinite realms of the great unseen. Choose wonderful feelings without concrete reasons, and all the riches of the kingdom are now yours to redeem. Femifestation, womb of creation, primordial cause of manifestation. So this powerful energy of Mercury retrograde conjunct Neptune in Pisces is an opportunity to deepen our relationship with the unseen realms. The unseen realm of creation, the womb of creation. Femifestation is the womb of creation, the eternal void out of which all things are created. So the greater measure of creation is achieved in the unseen realms before it ever comes into manifestation. And so we as human beings must learn to, as I said in my poem, choose wonderful feelings without concrete reasons. And all the riches of form, and the riches of the kingdom are then ours to redeem. Because it is the exalted feelings that give birth to the desired manifestations. We think that the things of life will give us joy, but they don't. It is the feelings of life that create the things of life. And the joy is at resonance with the feelings. And we can have the feeling, of the joy before the thing even comes about. But it accelerates the manifestation of the thing because the thing is created by the feeling. The feeling is much like the waters, or like the deep waters, when, for example, God, in the creation story says, so God created heaven and earth, and the earth was void and without form, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, said, let there be light, and there was light. So the moving upon the face of the waters is like moving upon the emotional body, moving upon the feelings. So you have to have a strong momentum of feelings in the stating of your let there be before there can be the and there was, the manifestation. So God, Father God said, let there be light. Mother God said, and there was light. Mother God is also the waters upon the face of the deep. That the earth was void and without form. Not that the earth didn't exist, even though here's the creation process happening. The earth is being brought into manifestation, and yet it is already existing in the womb of creation. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. So it was a reality that was formless, but the eternal resonance of that which the earth is. And then God said, let there be light, and there was light, and the earth was brought forth into a manifest state. But then that was the second stage of the creation of the earth. The first stage of the creation of the earth took place at the intangible realms, just like the first stage of the creation of any and all of your blessings take place in the intangible realms. And your blessings are without form and void, and darkness is upon the face of the deep. But that is the greater measure of reality, the greater measure of creation. And the manifestation is the icing on the cake, and even the lesser measure of creation. So learn to have exalted feelings. Choose wonderful feelings without concrete reasons. And all the riches of the kingdom are then yours, are now yours to redeem. So now let's talk a little bit about this full moon that is coming up. This full moon, that is taking place on February the 14th, on Valentines Day, a full moon in the sign of Leo. And a full moon that also, makes a square to the planet Saturn. So we're about moving to higher levels of responsibility in the domain of relationship. The moon is full in Leo, and whenever the moon is full, it means that the moon is in an oppositional alignment with the sun. So the moon is in Leo, and the sun is in Aquarius. And so with this full moon taking place on Valentine's Day, we're really meant to go much deeper into the resonance of relationship. You know, relationship is a vessel for the journey of love that leads back to heaven. You know, one of the most profound means of being in touch with God, Goddess Absolute, is through relationship, because in relationship we come together to reveal one another to each other. So it's also, you know, a T-square to the planet Saturn, and so, you know, there is some exalted responsibility that is going to be taking place. We're going to have to go to some new levels of responsibility in terms of how we do relationship, and also there is a certain death process to take place, because Saturn is in the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of death, regeneration, and transformation. So relative to relationship, we will be experiencing, you know, some of those areas wherein we need to die, areas that are not really serving the relationship dance in a constructive way. So this is a very powerful Valentine's Day that's coming up for us. So I've written a couple poems, Relationship the Vessel and Relationship the Star Vessel, and I feel that they carry very powerful messages, and these are excerpts from my book, Miraculi, Song of Ascension. So, relationship created from above, a vessel for the journey of love, sailing upon the human seas, mirrors of self that set me free. Our human goal above any other, to reveal one another to each other. When I relate to you, I learn and I see, and yet my greatest learning is always about me. Relationship must be the key to my self-mastery. The past is gone, the future takes too long, time to sing a current song. Only now can take me home. Only now can show me how. My life, O heaven, re-endow. Emotional pain from long ago within my heart rips to and fro. How many others will I blame for the horrors of my pain? Resentment pushed me from the tower. Forgiveness is my get-up power. Forgive the past, trust the present, make the future sweet and pleasant. It is wise not to despise it. Use the dung to fertilize it. For life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure. I say the heathen spoil the seed and cause my little heart to bleed, yet if I had not the need, they couldn't do these awful deeds. If in fact I need the lesson, the pain they cause becomes my blessing. The real truth is they work for me, so what shall be their salary? To ensure that it serves me best, I'll pay them the wages of forgiveness. Relationship, the vessel. Relationship, the star vessel. Relationship is a vessel for the journey of true love. No matter who the bond is with, the journey leads back home above. God is all there really is. This the truth will surely tell. Forgotten oneness with my God, now trapped within an earthly spell. Once upon eternity there was nothing else but me, and all-pervading godliness with every possibility. Then I split myself in two to be the me as well as you, and then to be the multitude, but oneness never to exclude. I danced the dance of harmony with every living part of me, then rolled me all back into one. The one in all was so much fun. Then part of me felt at a loss, unless it be a separate boss. A bitter war I waged with me, lost in hell, no longer free. I forgot that I was whole, and ripped apart my very soul. The life within cannot be lost. Illusion was the only cost. Cease the war. No more attack. Heaven, you must take me back. Hand in hand with all of me. Again, I'm ready to be free. Though from my path I once did stray, forgiveness says it's all okay. Now all I be is homeward bound, where only wholeness can be found. Love of all, the key to me, a bridge to God, where I am free. Everything through oneness shown, infinite love, now take me home. And so, beloveds, bless this full moon that is coming up on Valentine's Day. And bless the Mercury Retrograde. And have a wonderful time on Valentine's Day. And make sure that you are in the resonance of self-love. Because you can't lead where you won't go, and the mirror won't reflect what you don't show. And however it is that you're wanting to be loved by the beloved, love yourself that way first. And then the beloved has a blueprint to follow in terms of how they love you. I love you with the passion of heaven. I love you free, and I love you whole. And I walk you home, and I help you to remember. And all is well in the kingdom of our divine moment. And remember that we do in fact come together to reveal one another to each other. And relationship is one of the most profound access codes to God, Goddess, Absolute. I am Astarius Miraculi. My website is astarius.com. astarius.com. I am also available for personal consultations in psychic astrology. I also do Reiki training and healing, sound healing with didgeridoo and vocal harmonics. I'm located in the Los Angeles area, California, in the USA. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me, even though I do sessions by phone, by Skype, and so I don't care where in the world you are, I can do some work with you and for you, and would love to serve and empower you in that way. My USA phone number is 928-254-9535. Please partake of my books and my CDs and all of my YouTube videos, and let's walk each other home. Aho, Ashe, Amen, Namaste, Hotep, in Lakesh, Alain, Shalom, Satnam.